Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to our show. Hope you guys are doing well. So having a wonderful day on this 1st October 2025. Today is a lovely day. Let me just clean something because we're looking at this. We have a tournament tonight. So the tournament is important to me. To be able to pay attention via this. I got my glasses, so we're good. Guys are doing well. So having a fantastic day today. This is a bit of a weird video that we're doing, but at the same time, we just finished doing a video of the worst manga I've ever read and the most horrific manga I've ever read, which is a perfect way to start Halloween, I guess. With that being said, today we're talking about a special thank you to a couple of people. The title is gonna be clickbaity, as a way of saying, hey, to the one that concerned, the person that concerned, right? I love you. So I did a manga, and the concept of this video is so crazy. I did a video about a manga that that I shouldn't read because it's fucking nasty. It's horrible, right? But I did it because again, Halloween, and this kind of mess with me today. I'm really on. Yeah, it's really tough. So I'm kind of shocked right now. But yeah, so I want to make a video. Lately I have been doing a lot of videos calling them unmotivated for some reason. And it's insane because I want to say thank you to a couple people that shall remain nameless because again, that's the goal is to if you are part of these people, I fucking love you. Okay? I fucking adore you. If you're not part of these people, I still think you're cool. I just won't offer you a bunch of candies, and that's on God, bro. That's on God. A couple of days ago, right? And this is gonna be not a long video, but this is quite complex. So, it's gonna be something else. And so about a week ago, my it's insane because I'm gonna say my brain completely changed the way I was thinking, but then I just read this manga and I'm like, oh dude, this is messed up, right? And how can I say this? I saw my well, she's a social worker, but she's also a background in psychiatry, which is a shrink, right? And we saw a shrink, and she made me admit that I was making content, and I kept referring to myself as Steph, but then I talked about Ink. It's like, you talk about those two people, but you never say yourself, right? Do you consider them to be two different people? And I was like, no, they're the same people, but they're just acting differently. And she's like, well, this is kind of what is being a disorder is, right? You're kind of showing symptoms, right? And I was like, holy shit, right? Holy shit. In my first reaction wasn't like, oh my god, I possibly have a personality disorder and I'm cool. No, my first, like, I was freaking out, right? I think I'm unmotivated because I'm afraid of that. But then I can focus on work because today we worked, which was it went well. It went well. It's not the most interesting thing, but it pays the bills and we got free food, so yums. So I can focus on work, right? But focus on work is hard because I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So forget about it, right? Forget about it. The Monday, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I still have this mentality of, am I making too much content? And I'm allowing multiple personality to take over, and it's kind of insane because the simple concepts of awareness of a possible trauma, the concept of possible trauma, yeah, the concept of a possible problem makes the problem known. You're at your home, right, and you feel safe, but then one of your neighbor gets robbed, and you're like, holy shit, I should be careful. You have to be careful before, but because one of your neighbor got robbed, like, holy shit, yeah, this is problematic, right? So this is kind of the same thing. Awareness is a deadly thing, right? So long story short, I'm having this problem, and because of that, I'm definitely taking a step back from making content. Now, in making content, this is my dream, this is my passion. So this is something that's really important to me. I was talking with because I saw her today also, the social worker. I'm gonna call her the social worker slash shrink slash cool person, I guess. I don't want to name her because again, she knows about this, so if she see this, I kind of break the bond of trust, and if I break the bond of trust, then it's my fault, right? A bond of trust can be broken. I don't give a fuck if it's not me that did it, because I'm not guilty. I saw her today, right? And she was like, well, she was talking about formation. She was talking about the work, and then told that I had because I had an interview this morning, and this interview I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna work there, so who gives a shit? Was for SQDC, which is the Society Cannabis Quebec Cannabis Society, which is basically who sells weed, right? Legally speaking. And I had some moral quandary over it, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not gonna sell it, right? Because I don't want to be a person that enable people to have dependency or addiction, and I'm not gonna be selling that. I'm not gonna sell crack to kids because it's wrong. I mean, if I'm not selling crack to kids, then I cannot sell drugs to a person, because a kid is a person, right? And weed, although not damaging, although natural, although in the controlled space because it's the government and they're making sure that the product is of quality, right? Is still a drugs. You're right. Awesome. So if I cannot sell one drug to a human, I can sell another drug to a human, right? So I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't feel comfortable. So we go to the ad. So why did I apply there? Well, I didn't apply as a seller. I applied there as a farmer, and it's completely different. Yes, you're picking up the product, but you're not selling it. And first of all, and it's taking care of plants. You can take care of pollen, right? You can take care of the most beautiful of roses. Still a fucking plant. Like, okay, I want to do that because it's calm and they're living being. They're not a human. They're not part of society. They're a living entity, right? So I'm like, okay, no problem. So I applied there, and the interview went super well. But then it was a post for selling, and I was like, oh, I'm not down with that. I'm not down. So I go in, and yeah, and I told the shrink, like, hey, I have this interview after you, because the interview was like at 12 p, and the person was at 9, so I had plenty of times. And I went there, and she was like, why? And I'm not gonna make the story because this isn't about me. This is about the person that I'm grateful for, or the multiple people I'm grateful for. But long story short, she was like, why are you applying there if you don't want to work there? And my answer vocally was, I don't know. She's a fucking lie. My answer inside was, because I want to make content. Every single job that I'm going to apply for isn't what I want to do. I want to make content, but I don't get to apply to make content. I just do it. Make sense? Make sense? So it doesn't matter if it's XYZ. There's still XYZ. I don't give a fuck about their name. I don't care where they are. That's not the goal. That's not the dream. That's not the end goal. That's not what we're aiming for. So making content in itself is so complex because this is what I want to do, and this is where you realize that I'm insane. But it sort of makes sense, because if you follow and if you listen, it makes sense. If you don't, then I lost you at Don't Blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to Come to Our Show. Considering what was having a wonderful 1st October 2025. I don't remember if I did an intro, that's why. So making content is my dream and passion. Whatever jobs I'm gonna get are problematic because I don't care, because I don't want to do that long term. So what's the point? But then at the same time, there's another little nuggets that I love. McNuggets, right? Just to name it, one of our sponsors. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. No, I did make it, but still. I'm gonna end it like a minute. Yeah, there you go. Couple of seconds away. Couple of seconds away. Yeah. Insane, isn't it? How did I do that? How did I fucking do that? Do the same thing for a couple of months, a year, 2 years, and you'll know. So yeah. So you're telling me that you're looking for jobs that you don't care about because you're wanting to make content. This is phase A, right? Take a quick. This is behind door number 1. And behind door number 2, you're telling me that you don't want to make content because you have a fear that you have a personality disorder. So you don't want to make content, right? So what is it? And behind door number 3, you realize that I don't care what I do as long as I'm creative, right? So am still gonna make content, and I was thinking about streaming, right? And this all will make sense. Hopefully, think about streaming, but my streams, there again, you don't see me. I don't talk to you guys. It's a fucking game. So is it really me? No. Am I still making content? Yes. We're gonna restart writing. Again, writing what? Secret. But we're gonna restart writing, right? Because I've been missing it. I've been craving it. I want to create. I want to be creative. I want to be artsy. I want to wear a beret, have a baguette in my hand, and say I am an artiste. You know, that's the goal in life, right? Like, how can I forget this striped shirt? Ink, you forget all the time. But then, so I'm talking about this, but why? Where do people that matters come from? People that matter come from are super important because we've been dealing with this trauma of I'm trapped in between doing what I want, but not doing it so much that it becomes an obsession again, because it has been an obsession for a couple of years already. And the answer is you guys. The answer is a couple of people that I'm not going to mention, but a couple of you guys. People that came to me with problems. And again, it's insane because I used to solve other people's problem to avoid doing my own, but then that's not the case right now. I'm working on it, and because I'm in a period where there's a transition right now, where we're trying to be more in real life, right? Because I'm trying to be more in real life. I'm trying to have more humane connection than in internet, more human. And this is the insane part, right? So you meet a person on social media, and you fucking kind of you think they're pretty cool. If I could write you a song to make you fall in love, I would already. Or you prefer this song brings on the weather, teardrops upon my sweater. I cry in bed whenever I see you guys together. Fuck love, it's all a lie. I can't sleep, I'd rather die. I think you like this one better, huh? Who knows? I like Mikey Postner, so Mike. And you kind of solve problems for other people because you don't know how to do that, right? Oh, but then you do, because helping other people is a journey, is a growth, it's a lesson. Somebody else is suffering, but you are reaping the benefit of she's in pain. You have a sister, you have a brother, and they burn themselves, and like, holy shit, they're hurting. I'm not gonna burn myself. Did you learn a lesson without pain? You did. By helping other people, you can have lesson with that. There's a person that is trying to quit smoking, right? Now, they're trying to quit smoking, okay? Try to be healthier when it makes it come to making content, so we're stopping a little bit, right? The person that broke up a years-long relationship, I am trying to break out of a relationship with myself for the last 4 years, making an obsession out of being a somewhat notoriety on the internet, which doesn't matter, right? There's a third person that is talking about how they're mad at themselves because they're so shy and it's stopping their life, right? And I can talk for hours in front of a camera, but can I talk in real life like that? No, I can't. Because I'm shy, embarrassed, doesn't really matter as long as I cannot talk, you know? As long as I cannot express myself. As long as I don't have a conduit for emotions, the good ones, the bad ones. They're stuck inside and they're balling up and they're exploding and I suffer, right? So this is why you should be mad at yourself, right? But all of this is not matters because with the people I'm talking about in particular, I'm forming real bonds. And it's crazy because you look at this person on the internet, like we're never gonna meet, right? And then you're like, well, I want to meet you, but also if we don't meet, maybe that's okay because maybe what we have didn't need to be in real life. It was strong enough to resist time, to resist bullshit, you know. I've lost a friend not too long ago. That friend was 2 years, and we just went in a different direction, and I was like, fuck, you know. I still miss that friend, and he's still a really good person, and on a personal level, still want to be his friend, but on a professional level, I'm like, shit, dude, you know. And it sucks because you have to let people go, but then there always had, there was always a need for that, letting that person go to be positive. But then you realize that letting that person go is also possibly wanting them to be okay. It's the growth. Oh, dude, you're dumb. No. The recording broke. Oh, I fucking hate you. Na 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 na. And I don't know when it broke. Sometimes in December you said you love me, but you don't remember. I meant to cause me pain. All girls are the same. I don't. Oh, this is bullshit. We lost it a long time. Long time ago. I feel like singing today. I don't know why. You no sabe por qué. Then with that friend that I lost, and at the same time, it's almost it's a life lesson. I am willing to do so much for that person, and with that we had to say goodbye is sucky. Because in a perfect world, I'm fighting for this relationship. I'm fighting for this, and I'm not letting things stop it. Right? I don't know, and it breaks my heart because it's the person I really care for. And then he's like trying to make compromise, like, hey, we can be friends, but just not. Yeah. We don't say bunch of minutes. That's not good. That is not good. 53. So we lost how many? I thought it was like going too well. I was like, holy shit. This thing is not lying. So we lost. Oh, we lost 20 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. We played this for 6 hours yesterday. 20 minutes is it's an 18th. It's an 18th of what we did yesterday. That's quick math. So yeah, so coming back to the people that's like, I don't know. I'm also torn in between those relationships, right? Because as much as I have to take a step back, as much I have to take a step back from making content because it's not a healthy thing anymore. Those people still need me, right? And it's a constant, healthier way of making content or build social media. I'm not in here because I feel the need to. I'm here because I want to help people that I care about. Simple as that. And if I'm here as helping people that I care about, then all the rest doesn't matter because they're coming first, right? So, and at the same time, because we are going into a less social, I tend to be more social when I do a TikTok live, right? And the last 3 live, we had phenomenal people. 2 days ago it was Hannah, who's fucking flawless. Who's going through shit, but at the same time, I'm so proud of her because she's strong. The next one is Socks. And Socks is fucking amazing because she'll come in and she'll be like, hey, we haven't talked in months, but let's talk now, and we'll talk about everything and anything. And it's just like, it feels good because I felt like she needed it, and I needed it because this conversation is nice. And yesterday was Jess. Jess has been dealing with depression a lot lately, and we're able to help her, you know. I'm not talking about these people when I say thank you. Yeah, of course, but there's more than that. There's more than that, you know. And it's kind of insane because the video wasn't planned. Of course, I'm just high off energy drinks, etc. I talk about making contact with my father because today is the first of the month. Like, I know that you don't work that much. Do you have enough for cash? And I'm like, don't worry. And I'm like, and he's like, yeah, worried because I know that you don't have money. And I'm like, what makes you think that I'm fucking broke? And he's like, I know you. And I was like, no, you don't know me. That's the problem, right? But I didn't say it because, again, self-control. Self-control, Papa, I love you. And then it was like, he's like, I kept telling him, I kept telling him, don't worry about it, right? It's like, oh, it's not your social media that's going to pay for it because you don't make money there. And it blew my mind. It blew my mind because my first reaction would be to fight with him. It's not about money, right? It's about the creativity. But then it blew my mind because we had this discussion before. and discussion result, and I like the creative aspect. Okay. It's just nuts because with my father, it's a case of when we had this conversation before, the answer was, "Oh, I'm making content. I'm being creative. I'm doing something that I love. You should be happy." And then today, I don't think when I talk. I don't think when I do videos. I don't think I'm impulsive. And today the answer wasn't I'm being creative. It was I'm helping people. Papa, I have friends online. And for some reason, this was the first thing. That was the automatic response. That was the first thing I said. That was the first thing that came to my mind. And it was the most meaningful. And that's amazing. So, you guys may think that I'm helping you, but you're helping me. Now, I'll be completely honest. Am I depressed? No. Am I going through a rough patch? Yes. But it's a transition. This is. There's been a storm, and now you're picking up debris, and you're alive, but you know it's gonna take some time. But there's hopes. And now with you guys, I realize that this is not a broken home. This is a broken village, and we're working together to fix it. And that's beautiful, you know. And it's nuts because, like, I saw this person this morning, right? The shrink. And do I think that I need her? No. Is she helping me? A lot. I saw this other person, which is a social worker, more social worker than shrink. Saw her on Monday because they figured out, looking at my files, that I also needed that. I'm like, okay, no problem. No problem. It's gonna go crazy. I get paid for that. I get paid $35 a meeting of 1 hour, so crazy. And she came in, and I thought I didn't need her, but then she really helped me. Not in the way that I wanted, but she really helped me by being more proactive, pushing me to do some things, give me homeworks. Like, I haven't had homeworks in fucking 14 years, but now I had homework, and so that matters, right? And then this week she's like, "Well, I'm leaving here." And I'm like, "Holy shit," you know. I'm just lucky. I'm just thankful for the people in my life. Nothing lasts, you know. But you have to make good memories for the people that you have. Right now it is. Like, at the same time, it's so nuts because I feel so bad because we have this friend that we lost, and I want to run to that person. I'm like, dude, fuck this fighting. It's stupid. There's some compromise has to be made, and some, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. And if you recognize yourself in what I'm saying, I love you. If you don't recognize yourself in what I'm saying, listen. I'm talking to 100, not 100. Okay, well, 100 people per week, right? And most of you guys I fucking adore. Most of you guys I'm having a conversation with. Most of you guys I'm gonna have good moments with. Do I love every single one of you? Yes. Do I love people? Some people just a bit more, possibly. And do I have my favorites? Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? Things change. Right now, somebody has my favorites. One of my favorite in a week. And somebody else with my favorites, right? I don't know. Anyway. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Fuck, I talk a lot.